Hi there, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Ben digging himself into a hole. Since last time, I have just spent a bit of time. We had these Tesla coils in. I have put the cabling in to them. I have dug everything out from underneath. Just about. There's probably a few bits still stuck down there. I've put the geothermal generators and these bat boxes in. I don't really want that there just yet. Oops. So we are carrying on with our efforts at the mob trap. And we are going to find out if I've hooked these bits up the right way around. So, a tesseract, which can just go in here, because everything's going off. Oh, and that's worked straight away. That's handy, it remembers its state. That could be very handy for some interesting machines, actually. So are these filling up? These are filling up, so I've got them the right way round. That's good. So all of these brown sides are inputs. That green side is an output. That's good. That means I can just connect these up. Now, one thing I should say with all of these industrial craft cables is that they lose electricity, they lose power the further distance it has to go. I think on this copper cable it goes about 5 steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it loses a piece, 1 EU. The output's 32 EU, so down here it's at 31. It's probably down to 30, 29, something like that by the time it gets to the end. So you are losing energy by transporting it long distances. Just to note, it doesn't really matter greatly because of the way I'm doing it. You can see that these are being drained quite fast at the minute. I assume that is because these things are charging. It might not be quite so efficient having the entire thing running off a single geothermal generator, which only outputs at 20 EU per tick. We will have to see. If that isn't enough, I will just plonk more down, connected to each bat box, or connect them up differently somehow. But that's basically it. We've got these Tesla coils actually connected up, and they're clearly receiving power because those bat boxes are draining. These things still work fine. We need to put another layer of cobblestone on, but that will come later because first of all we need some way to switch these things on and off remotely, which was the big problem I was having before. The way that I am going to do that is by using something called Rednet. I could be using the wireless, whatever they're called, chicken bones, wireless transceivers and receivers, something like that. Problem with those is they need ender pearls. I am still quite short on ender pearls, so I think I can probably get away without using them this time, though they would be fun to make. But I'm not making one for each Tesla coil, let's put it that way. Let's actually grab a pair of ender pearls, just in case I feel like it in a second. Okay, so Rednet cable, that is this stuff. It's a bit like redstone in that if you were to put a lever at one end, run redstone along and put something at the other end, you can control it, it will light up the entire length. But the Rednet cable doesn't lose power along its length, so I can run it for the entire width of that mob trap without it losing power. It requires redstone, that much makes sense. It requires plastic sheet. Plastic sheet is made from plastic, which is made from cooking up rubber. So all you have to do is get some rubber. That is still being cooked up in there, that is good. Stick it into a furnace and you get this raw plastic out. There it is. I have cooked up a little bit in advance. 63 bits, which is not going to be even nearly enough. And I still have lots of junk on me and an untidy inventory, for which I can only apologise yet again. So all that you do is you put this stuff into... There we go. into a circle like that, you get all these plastic sheets, 60 thereof, with 10 of those and redstone in the middle. We're going to get a stack and a bit of these cables. Now that might actually be enough to cover us. Let us see, because... Now the problem is of course going to be running it over those, although I could just run it down this side, couldn't I? That would work. And then run it down. Try and avoid everything. So if, I'm not sure if I'm going to do it wirelessly yet or not, but if I could run it just down here, I can just run it into there. I've just got problems with crossing wires, which is a pain. I don't think it will connect to this stuff, will it? Yep, of course it will. Oh, but you can turn it off with that, can't you? Okay, that's okay. So, more or less. I don't think it reacts particularly badly. I'm going to run the entire length of that. Oh, for... One across. Let's go one across. And then fill it in. I don't think it'll react particularly badly with the Buildcraft pipes. But there's no point really taking chances, is there? When it doesn't matter if you just run it off to one side. Okay, so that's that little line. And then we can... I'm just going to go straight through all of my torches as well. Endless fun. If I run it actually the other side of this line, there shouldn't be anything here, because the machines are just there. So this actually works out not too badly. Apart from all the torches going out, which means a creeper will appear right behind me any second, which will be a pain. So this Rednet cable, if I click it down, you can see it's connected up to that. It has a white band on it, so it has connected. I don't know why it's not got that flat screen thing, but you can see it's connecting. The white band means it's on the white colour. You can assign different colours. All the standard Minecraft colours, orange, red, yellow, blah blah blah. So I could actually run two different signals down the same one. I could change one of these to orange and just switch the individual ones on and off. Or just have multiple different systems running on the same wire. See here, that one's connecting with a... that might be a bit of a mess actually, might it? That will be less of a mess. If you whack it with your crescent hammer, forced connection, strong connection, cable only, that means it doesn't connect to anything, just in case. And I'm nearly going to run out of cabling. No connection. Right, I do also need to run it to these over here. Now that one is in a really awkward place, but I think I can just come this way with it. Okay, well that's the way it's going to have to be. I think I just did a Mr. Bean impression there by accident. And that one is fine just there, but we are out of the cable. We are not, because I had a second small supply. Insta-contradict myself. So, whack that one off. And that will give us a way to turn these things on and off remotely. I am going to be short by one piece. Okay, it has connected to that. Oh, you so awkward. You so very awkward. Okay, how could I do this any better? Well, I can shift this cable across by one. That's no great problem. This is going to have to come down here anyway. So, yeah, okay, what I'm going to do, pick all of this out. And for just this one, glitchy, run the cable in that actual side and run the Rednet here and off here. That means it's not touching anything. Again, it was connecting to this. I'm sure it doesn't do anything to the copper cable, but certainly if I put it next to this redstone engine, it's going to turn it on and off. So I can just pop it in there like that. I have now run out of the cable, so I'm going to run up and get it. Okay, yeah, that's all fine. What I am also going to do, well, I am up here. Pop. So first of all, this raw plastic should have ended up in here. Only 23 pieces. Is that all of the rubber we had? It is. Yuck. Okay, that should be enough. So 20 odd pieces will make up 20 odd more sheets. I hope that's enough. Try that again, like that. It's not going to be many more, is it? Another 24 cables. That ain't enough, I don't think. There is another 16 rubber in here. I'll send that through quickly, because the other thing that I'm going to need to do is to fill over that floor. For that I'm going to need a filler, so I will very quickly grab that. Oh, that's coal. I thought I had more rubber for a second. Okay, landmarks filler. I need the energy cell and some conduit. And this needs to go back upstairs where it can, yuck, rain, where this can be charged up. That's not what I meant to do. Where that can be charged up. Is that going to accept input from that side? Nope. Input. And this one can be taken off to power the filler. I have a load of cobblestone. How much cobblestone do I actually have? I've made 2 and a bit stacks. The other thing which I'm going to want is a different sort of stone. Something from over here will do. The opal's fine, just to put over where the item vacuums are, so that once I have filled in I can see where they are to dig them out again. Because don't go in there, please. Please. Oh. Oh, computer, why do you hate me so? Okay, no problem at all. Where was I with this? I was up to here. So that's all connected up. I just need to run it up there. Which I can do. Do I have a spade? I do. Look at me, I am organised. Run it up in the wall. That's gone all the way up, so I might actually have enough for... That's connected. This, let's hope that I do. Woo, I do. So how high has that gone? All the way to the top? So it's going to be a bit at the end, but yeah, that will work. Oops, don't know why that did that. So I can just put a lever here. Do I have one? I do. You can see that says white. I think if you hit it with a crescent hammer, you can change the colours. So I've now got to cycle through them all to get it back to white. That's white, isn't it? So now if I switch that, that will switch all of the Tesla coils on, which I don't really want to do because I will die again. So let's go down here and just fill in any spaces in this bottom layer whilst I have a second, and also plop down landmarks. I'll do it from this back corner. Fine, go there. See if I care. So, oh, those will be a problem. Did I really never actually get round to cutting all these out? Apparently not. While I have my own supply of vines if I ever need them, I can't be bothered to do all that now. Are there any more gaps? Because I'm not going to fill down by a layer. So this is where we hope all this is working okay. As I say, the main thing that I am worried about is that 3 geothermal generators isn't enough power for the entire thing. But if that is the case, I'll come back and just put them in off camera and tell you. I will actually need to take all of these out, won't I, before I can fill it. All of the torches, which will be a bit dangerous, but hey, it's only dying for the umpteenth time. Okay, so I need a landmark down here as well, don't I? If I whack that, all of those will go on. I'll need to just dig ever so slightly into the wall in 3 places. Yep, that won't matter to put down my filler. These things are so great, and I definitely do want these back. Of course. I mean, it's a good sign. That means that those item vacuums, I can never say it, can pretty much suck up from anywhere, because it's clearly sucking these up. They do cover the whole floor. That just needs connecting up with a piece of the leadstone energy conduit. I'm sure I picked up leadstone energy conduit. Really? None? None at all? Yes, I did. It's there. I'm going blind. Okay, so if I turn that on, it will actually start doing things. Which I could actually let it do. Because if I just let it mine everything out, it should mine out all the torches, which I don't really need back. There are my opal bricks. Let's not chuck them on the floor. Oh, go on. It is a touch dangerous. So clear? Is that going to clear? Now, the abject worst thing would be if this cleared wrongly, so I think I shall stop it doing that. Turn it back to fill. Pop these on. Just one on top of each, so that I can find them. Knock all of these out. Fail at knocking all of these out. Start getting really hungry. Excuse me while I just eat something. There we go, that'll just do. I'm still on all those endless apples that came out of the tree farm. I should be getting cocoa beans out of the jungle tree farm, actually. Perhaps I should be starting to bake some cookies. That might be nice. Nice change. I have left a hole there. And there. Okay, I'll just leave these ones around here. I can always fill those in later. So, fill this with cobble. And it might start building. Perfect. Now that could well be nowhere near enough cobble. It's not going to be anywhere near enough cobble. So let's dash up the stairs, which are here. Zoom back to the base. I'm going to put the ender pearls away safely, actually. That takes us up to 3 ender pearls. Grab, not dirt, cobble please. Cobble 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got no idea really how much I need. So I'll just take enough to make sure. For one second though, I thought there was a giant slime. That would have been awesome. So that can just build. It's going really, really slowly. Why is that? Okay, so I'll really quickly just let that finish. I think it's time to cut out for a second, just while it quickly does that. Okay then, and we are back. We have the next layer up. I've also gone down and chopped out where I put the opal blocks. All the lights are out and we are starting to get a few mobs spawn, I think. Yep, they can see me and they are right there. So, moment of truth. Let's go and flick the lever. Insta-death. Perfect. So the Rednet works. The bat boxes clearly work. And I think the mob trap is working a lot better. You can see that the item vacuums are still giving out a little bit of light, but it's a lot smaller area than they were doing. And the area is completely flat now. So there is absolutely nowhere for items to get stuck if they go down there. I will just fill that up. And actually I really should light this up a bit, shouldn't I? Stop mobs forming in here. That would be proper bad. So there we go. The mob trap is now complete. And that is, I promise, the last time I will be working on it. So it is working reasonably well. It has sucked up a few things which I dropped, clearly. But yes, I'm happy with that. So on to new things for next time. So thank you very much for watching this episode, guys. I very much hope that you enjoyed it. And I very much hope to see you next time.